Apple's brand new 24-inch M1 powered iMac's been out for a little over a month now, and god damn it, why does this keep happening to me? So Apple's brand new 24-inch M1 powered iMac has been out for a little over a month now, and I've been using it just as long. And it's a huge jump from what I'm used to. But should you wait to buy your next Mac? Let's find out. So the design of the outgoing iMac was dated, shall we say? I mean, the first idea of it popped up in around 2007, kind of cemented the idea in 2009, and got a little thinner in 2012, and that's about it. It hadn't changed in well over a decade, and that's what this guy came along and did, albeit with a lot of controversy over, you know, maybe the chin still being there and some of the bezels being maybe not as thin as some people would like, and light gray instead of, you know, black that we've been seeing since, again, 2007. And we're going to talk about a little bit more of that right now. We're going to talk about the design of it and what I think about it. I may be biased because my whole color scheme is orange for this channel, but I think the orange one looks hot. I want a MacBook in this color. Maybe not so much this color, maybe a bit more of this color right here. I want a MacBook in this color. But I love the color, I love the design. Yeah, the chin's still here, and it's not the iPad Pro on a stick we kind of all hoped for, but I think the chin is kind of synonymous with the iMac, you know? Like, this is how you know it's an iMac. I mean, we've had the chin since this guy in 2004, the iMac G5 and original Intel iMac. Like, the chin, love it or hate it, is kind of a staple of the iMac. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going anywhere. I don't mind it. It's not as much of an eyesore as I thought it would be. I don't mind it. I do, in fact, wish that it wasn't there, but I don't mind it. The white/gray bezels, I can actually attest to with what Apple's design for this was going to be. It was supposed to be so that, like, on a lighter background, like something like this. Obviously not, you're probably not going to mount this to a ceiling, but on like a white wall that I have over here. It's supposed to like fade into it, so it's just like kind of the display's hovering there, and it works, because over here in this corner, right off screen, is where this guy normally sits, and it's a white background, and the bezels kind of disappear. And as for the rest of the design, well, there's not much to talk about. Not like actually, there's not much to, like, it's not much. It's a very, very thin machine. Actually thinner than a USB Type A port. Just by a smidge, maybe like 1 or 2 human hairs, but like, it is thinner than a USB A port. Ridiculous. Does it need to be this thin? Probably not. But again, it's Apple, and they're caught up in their endless quest of mass sex appeal, and that involves things being as thin as inhumanly possible. And then we bring it around to the back. You got our power button, which I'm surprised they kept on this side of the machine. And the ports. The ports. They're all USB-C. 4 ports if you spend $1,500 plus. 2 ports if you spend $11.99, $12.99. Whatever the entry-level iMac is, you get 2 ports. Now, for the market that this Mac is designed for, it's not a terrible idea. This is designed to be like the secretary desk kind of computer, or the family room computer, or the computer in the kitchen, because Apple thinks people do that. You know? Whatever floats your boat. It's not meant to be a workhorse. It's not meant to have docks and drives and flash drives and everything just kind of falling out the back of it. That's not what this is meant for. Like, I haven't run into issues. Yes, I do have a USB-C dock attached to it at all times, sometimes 2, depending on how deep I'm going into whatever I'm doing. But I haven't really needed more ports than this. And honestly, I probably could have gotten away with just 2 ports, but I wanted that extra GPU core, so I got 4. And then coming back around to the front, the display. Holy hell, this thing's gorgeous. 4.5K, it gets pretty bright, especially considering that I have a window right here, and I put the iMac right there. There's light constantly being thrown on the front of this display. and it gets bright enough to overpower the window. It's gorgeous, especially from the 13-inch MacBook Pro that I was coming from and the 2011 1080p iMac that I also came from. There's a world and a half of difference right here. The camera and speaker and mic array quality is pretty damn good for a smaller version iMac. We've had better cameras in the iMac Pro, and then the 27-inch got them last year, so it's nice to see the quality come down to the more affordable iMac. And then the peripherals, although largely unchanged for the pointing devices, your Magic Mouse and Magic Trackpad, they do sport color-matched accents, so that's a nice touch. Definitely adds to sex appeal. And then the keyboard with the Touch ID button. Love this. Love it. I don't use it as much as I thought I would because I have the Apple Watch and it unlocks with Apple Watch. But like whenever this fails, or when I come out of the shower and I haven't unlocked the Apple Watch yet, put my finger on the keyboard and it opens up. Enough of the outside, let's go inside. This thing is rocking Apple's M1 chip. This one is the 8-core CPU and GPU model. I had to spend extra for that because I do video editing, I do graphic design. I want that extra graphics compute power. And, well, by God, I got it. This thing slaughters almost every other machine in my possession, very narrowly losing to my gaming PC. But, like, that thing has a full-fat 8GB GPU in it, and this thing is shared unified memory of 8 gigs total for system and graphics. I will say, though, if you're going to use this machine for the same reasons I use it, for video editing, for graphic design, for that kind of stuff, get 16 gig, because I run out of memory very frequently with this thing, and it sucks. If you're doing video editing, get 16 gig. This thing is stupid powerful compared to even some of the top of the line stuff Apple's selling now with Intel chips. Like, this is unnecessary at this price point. And then you take into account the Mac Mini, just half this price, and it's got the same damn chips, same configuration. So as the title of this video says, should you wait? Should you wait to get this iMac? Or better yet, should you wait to get another Mac? Because for those of you playing along at home, there are 2 iMacs. 3, but we don't talk about the third one. There's no reason for them to still sell that. There's 2 iMacs. There's this guy, 24-inch iMac, and then there's the bigger one, the 27-inch iMac, which has been untouched since around this time last year. No M1 chip, still rocking 10th gen Intel chips, and it's definitely due for a facelift. Should you wait for that one? If you do the stuff that I do, if you're a pro, you do video editing, photo editing, audio mixing, heavyweight web design, that kind of stuff, if you need more oomph, you might be able to get by on this. But as I said, you'd have to go for 16 gigs preferably. You might want to wait till the bigger one gets refreshed, or even some of the new MacBook Pros that are in the pipes. It's a difficult thing to say. If you need more power than what M1 offers, yes, you should probably wait. But if you need this for a family computer or a reception office computer that just needs to be there and function, you might want to look into getting this, because this is, again, this is ridiculous what this offers for around the price point that it is. Now, there is the argument of Mac Mini, which is the same thing, but it's BYO DKF. Bring your own display, keyboard, and mouse, which if you're upgrading an office PC, you probably have those. But for just the simplicity of what the iMac stands for, one cable, you plug it in the back, you hit the power button, you're ready to go. This is not a terrible option. I'm not here to make decisions for you. So if you know you need a computer now, get one now, you know? It's not gonna hurt my feelings that you don't take my advice, because at the end of the day, you know what's best for you. This thing, this guy right here, this is it. This is it, Chief. This is one hell of a Mac for a fairly reasonable price. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment. Are you getting a new Mac in 2021? Do you already have one of the new M1 iMacs? Let me know. I'll see you guys later in the week for more videos. Take care.